All right. What's up, YouTube? It's Get Yap here. I want to talk about CZs and how I used to really love them. This handgun here used to be my daily carry, and for a while, for a good couple years, I went around thinking that basically this CZ P01, it's a 9mm. I consider this the best handgun, at least for me. All right, it was the all-around best piece I ever came across, and I loved it. I still do. I still love it. This is my first one, and I've got a few thousand rounds through it. I liked it so much that I think I ended up with multiple P01s. I do that for a lot of the pistols that I like. So through all of them, you know, I've got a lot of rounds through the metal framed CZs. And I got a question for all you CZ guys out there, because I've moved on to other stuff, namely Glocks. I had a question for you guys. How do you deal with the short slide? Because I can't, grabbing this, just gripping and ripping, right? I can't even think of the phrase. Just caveman mode. Going for the slide, operating it. It's the thing that agitates me the most about the CZs that I've shot. Their slides are all a little bit hard to grab onto. I know it's a training issue, but if you guys have any tips, let me know. Granted, I've never actually rocked a CZ with an optics cut or like an optic. Obviously, there's just more stuff to grab onto there, so it'll be a little easier, but unfortunately, that's what made me move away from the P01. I want to say, like, I don't have to put in a lot of effort to shoot it naturally, and it's all stock aside from the light. I love the trigger, the double action, the single action, even the non-night sight, like the luminescent sights. I think these are fine. I really don't have any complaints. Well, that's not exactly true. I don't like how I have to get like a bunch of random parts to ensure, like, you know, this pin one day might break, the return spring I have to worry about. So the small breakages was a bit of a concern. The fact that this thing is aluminum, it's not a soft shooting gun. I'm gonna just say it. And I don't know why every CZ video has to include the phrase, the slide rides inside the rails or the frame. All right, yeah, I know. It doesn't make the bore axis any lower. It just makes the slide harder to grab onto. So that's my main beef, you know? Otherwise, man, I love this gun. If you haven't tried it out, try it. If they're still a good price, I don't know. I think they're usually like around $550 USD, maybe even 600. But yeah, just wanted to mention that for journaling reasons, I guess. And I just moved back to the Glock. This is a Glock 19X, just because doing that is easier. And everything else, the trigger, the way I shoot, the grip angle, I'm willing to deal with that, because dealing with the slide, I'm gonna flat out admit it, it's not easy for me, you know? As much as I can train to do that, I think if I'm not constantly on top of it, I have the tendency to, because I rack the slide like this. I don't use the front slide serrations. I go hand over the back here, and normally what ends up happening is my fingers end up making too much contact with the actual frame, so it ends up like not getting a good purchase, or I can slide it back just a little bit, but not enough. So yeah, it's just been a training issue that I didn't feel like putting in the time to overcome, because it seemed like the time required for me personally was not worth the squeeze. The juice wasn't worth the squeeze, which is really, really sad for me to say, because like I said, I loved this gun. I ended up with like, I think 5 or 6 of them before I slowly, and I tried to get over the slide issue, slowly realized that it just wasn't happening. So I sold off most of them, still kept the OG, because yeah, it's still awesome. Still awesome, just not, I'll still carry it sometimes, but really it's pretty rare. So anyways, just sharing, just yapping, throwing my thoughts out there. If you have any tips, if you have any comments, please leave a comment. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.